My dad died at 16. I was used it as a bit of an excuse to get into trouble. So 16, 17, 18, I was a bit of a scally, and I got into a few fights around Knutsford and that. And I had one scrap, got arrested for it and stuff, charged, didn't tell the club, kept it quiet. Had another one. This time they're like, right, we're gonna have to do something about this. This is your second one, and if you got arrested for it again, charged, got a fine. But I'd not told Stockport the whole time, just a young lad trying to keep to myself. And this time they put me on a curfew, 9 o'clock. So unless my solicitor at the time was like, but he's a footballer, he'll have like games
on a Tuesday night.
So they were like, unless involved with Stockport County, you have to be in before 9 o'clock. So I'd be in the pub with my mates at 5 to 9 and then sprinting across the moor in Knutsford. But I kept it all quiet. Obviously I had to tell them about the curfew one. So all the older lads, Mike Flynn and all that, were calling me Cinderella because I had to be in by 9 any nights out. I had to disappear at 9. And then while I was on that, got in another fight. So this time they put me in a bail hostel in Ellesmere Port. So I had to be in this bail hostel in Ellesmere Port between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m, residing there every morning. I was still like YTS at this stage, so I was getting a train from like Ellesmere Port to Chester and back, trying to get into Stockport to do my YTS jobs for like 9 a.m. So I was leaving at 5:30 in the morning.
Is it still under wraps?
Still under wraps. Not told anyone. Like, so I might be wrong with the curfew. Might have been after the bail hostel, to be fair, because when it got to the curfew, I had to tell them. But it was only for about a week in the bail hostel. But I was in there with all these like druggies and like nutters, and I was playing pool with them. Like, and they're all asking me, oh, you're a footballer, mate? Yeah, and I could just see they were all wrong uns. And then I was playing pool with this lad, and they all ran in and just took the pool balls off the table and started putting them in socks and ran out to have a fight with another bail hostel around the corner or something. I was just like stood there thinking, need to get out of here, need to sort my head out kind of thing. And did do. I was only in there. I was only in there 10 days, but
I was about to put that black.
I was in there 10 days, but it woke me up, and I thought, what am I doing? And like, my dad had passed away, and I'd gone on a bit of a downward spiral, and then I got, because there'd been an accumulation of free fights, I actually got community service for it, but still kept it quiet. And then Gary Megson, we're all stretching in the circle after the warm-up, and Gary Megson walked round and he went, Tony Ellis, you're a Salford lad, rough lad and that. You ever had any community service? And I just looked thinking, fuck, he knows. And then Tony Ellis has gone, thinking, oh, why is he coming for me? It's like, no, what are you on about, Gaffer? He's like, oh no, just wondering. Chrissy Byrne, you're from Moss Side, you're a rough lad, like, you had her on a community service. And I'm just like sinking into the ground thinking, oh my God. And then he just went, because one of our young lads has had 3 fights, been in a bail hostel, been on a curfew, decided not to tell his football club he pays his wages. He's like, come and see me after training. So for the whole training session, I was a nervous wreck, just like, oh my God, he's going to kill me. But to be fair to him, he got me in. He's like, why have you kept all this to yourself? You should have told us straight away. We could have helped you. Yeah. So after that, he got me in. He got me staying in an hotel on home games and just making sure. And I was, to be fair, I was fine. It taught me a lesson, having that close things happen to me. I was like, what am I doing? Like, and so he was good with me in that respect. But yeah, that kind of woke me up. But he was good with me. Gave me my first year pro and contracts, and got me in the first team at an early age. And yeah, I liked him, but he was scary. Like,
I think he's half looking after the club. You know, he's giving you a 4-year pro.
Yeah.
He'll known that Southampton maybe would have come in for you.
Yeah.
So get him on a 4-year contract, and that means they'll have to pay more for you anyway.
Yeah.
But fair play. I mean, obviously we had dying. Understandable, and I can imagine from his point of view, he probably understood why you were going through or having all these scraps and everything. I think if it had just been someone who were just a wrong one in general, maybe the club might have thought, nah, we better off just getting this fucker out of the club.
Nah, he was good. He met with my mum and stuff, and like, had a chat, and he was good. And after that, I think when he left, I think they gave the job to like Andy Kilner, who's just an under-16s manager from the academy. He come in, he wasn't bad, to be fair, played me, and it was a good Stockport team back then. I think we finished 8th in the championship that season with Gary Megson, and when you look where they are now,
it's mad. Forget that how good they were doing.
How they good.
So before we go any further, did you win the 3 fights or?
Obviously. But no, when I look back to them days, and there was a lot of older pros at the time, like Colin Woodthorpe. He's just been assistant manager at Fylde with Dave Challoner, who'd just been sacked, to be fair. But Cole was really good with me, like talking to, because I hadn't had a good upbringing, to be fair. My dad was in and out of prison and stuff, and my mum liked to drink and stuff, but they I learnt from football how to be, really. Football taught me how to behave, how to speak to people, do you know what I mean? And I managed to get my kind of upbringing through football, through being at Stockport for them 8 years, and it taught me how to go on after that, really.
As a person as well as a footballer.
And I reckon I got most of my values and stuff from people in football, and that's kind of, I know it's the old cliche that football saved me, but it probably did looking back at it now. But
and Gary Megson's probably looked at your situation at the time as well, and taken that action accordingly to the situation.
It helps if you're good as well.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If it was somebody who was shit,
Gary
Megson might have just thought, well, I'll tell you what, it's probably not worth the hassle. Same as what people say before, when people stop shouting at you, that's when that they don't care. And you've fucking spunked your load.
True. Yeah.
But then you'd like to think he'd do it on a human level as well, though, if you're struggling getting into fights as well, no matter how good you are.
I'd be surprised, mate.
On a human level, you're not going to give somebody a 4-year contract.
No.
That's fucking taking X amount of your budget